Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie we're going to look at World Update number 13, which has been released earlier today. It's taking place in Oceania. If you looked at my video yesterday, we already had some previews about some things. So it includes Polynesia, which is Hawaii and the Easter Islands, Melanesia, which is Fiji, New Caledonia, New Guinea, Indonesia, West Papua, and the Solomon Islands, as well as the Galapagos Islands and the key regions of the Antarctica, notably the Antarctic Peninsula. So it has in total, I would say, 13 countries and 28 non-sovereign territories, which is a lot. So what they did is they improved the resolution, so that will allow the pilots to experience stunning vistas throughout these regions, right? So they simply pimped up the data and the scenery using the latest aerial photographs, satellites, digital elevation modeling data, which also makes sure that, I would say, for example, mountains or volcanoes are more realistic. Hawaii also received an update, right? So it features the city of Honolulu with dozens of handmade buildings. So Honolulu received an update because that was the part which was unknown until today, right? Which cities received an update? Well, we just read it, right? Honolulu is one of them. Then if we go to the list of point of interest, which are developed by ORBX, it's a massive list, right? It are, in this case, hotels, resorts, cathedrals, I would say statues, and a lot of other things. I think the hotels are kind of new, right? But that's kind of expected because this is, I would say, probably the region where you see a lot of those buildings. And that's kind of cool. So I'm wondering if that's, I would say, a trend which we will see from now on onwards. Going to Hawaii, we see the same thing, right? Again, parks, places, musea, observatories, heliports, temples even. And then we've got some special ones, which are the Antarctica bases, the McMurdo Station, Scott Base, and the Davis Station. So 3 of them. One of them is in the USA, on Ross Island. One of them is also from Ross Island, but from New Zealand. And the other one is from Australia, Princess Elizabeth Land. If we go to the other sections, we will find the bush trips. And those are, I would say, 3 of them, right? In the bottom. 3 landing challenges, and then discovery flights, of course. There's, for some reason, there's no specific, I would say, city which they updated, except then Honolulu, right, which they mentioned. So how to get the update? Really easy. Simply start Flight Simulator, right? Once you started Flight Simulator, it will ask you to update, and once it installs that update, you're not there, because you still need to do one additional thing, and that additional thing is get it from the marketplace. So if you click on the marketplace, you will find it under new releases, as well as the ATR 42600, 72600, which has been released. If you're lucky and you're deluxe, or you have the deluxe or premier version, you even get a discount of 35%, which makes the aircraft, I would say, pretty cheap if you ask me. But the world update is for free, right? So simply click on it and then say get and download. You can see that it's roughly 24 gigabyte. And it will bump up the Flight Simulator version to 1.32.7.0. Which brings me to the point, does it contain only this world update? Well, to be honest, no. Because if we go back to the list of release notes and scroll down, we will find that it has also some fixes for the Airbus 310-300, which has a fixed which fixes an issue which resulted in, I would say, crash to the desktop. They fixed the wing rear nav lines being too bright. They fixed some airports, right? LFPG, as well as the windsock heading issue fixed on the generic airports. The heading for the windsock was in some case incorrect. The RAC cycle update number 2304, which is the latest from Navigraph, and then some, I would say, SDK updates. For those who are playing on the Xbox, there's also good news because the WASM also received an update where they fixed an issue where the add-on support, the downloadable content, would not activate in offline mode even if it was previously installed, which makes sense that it, I would say, caused some issues. In addition to that, they fixed an issue where the players on the Xbox would need to reboot their game to have a functional aircraft when the add-on support DLC was still installing or updating during the game launch. And the add-on support, they mean the add-on support for the WASM, right, which is a separate install which you need to install if you want to benefit from WASM. So Flight Simulator again has been updated to version 1.32.7.0, so make sure that it's updated. If you're experiencing issues, then first try to move all the content out of your community folder and then see if it works. If it then works, then slowly move them back. And also make sure that if you have community content, always check if there's a newer version available, because it could be that there's a newer version which automatically fixes the issue. In the meantime, it still is downloading the stuff, right? This will take some time, so I will pause the recording for now and then we'll continue the recording once it has been installed. So it has been installed, let's have a look, right? So first of all, we will probably see a lot of poise when we are opening the world map. Let's hope that the world map doesn't crash. No, it doesn't crash, right? So there I would say are a lot of things, right? If you, I would say, hover, or if we, let's go to Hawaii, right? Because there it's light, it's easier. Hawaii is over. Please, fault was over here. So here's Honolulu, right? So you can see that there are a lot of additional points which they have added. So that's really cool. I assume that they would have done the same thing for other things, right? So you can see some resorts over here. So if you're, I would say, VFR lover, then you probably will have a lot of fun already in this region, right? That's only this region, because the other regions have also received massive updates, right? Wataru, what is... These are the islands. So bad sometimes at locations. I think it is, but it's a little bit hard to see. Oh no, this is New Zealand, of course, right? So let's make it a little bit lighter. In that case, that's the nice thing of Flight Simulator, right? We can simply change the lights where we are. Yeah, this is New Zealand. Now we've got some other islands which they have updated. Not sure why I'm doing this, but hey, I can't find it. Well, there are a lot of points of interest being added, believe me. So that's really cool. So let me know which one you love the most by leaving a comment in this video. Then we've got the activities, right? The activities received also an update. The cool thing is that they added now the world updates and then per world update they have added the point of the discovery flights. That was the word I was searching for. And that's something they introduced a while ago, right? Which makes it easier to figure out, hey, what's new, right? And here you can see, right? Central Java, Kiribati, Manuka, Tahiti, and the West Maui Mountains. So one with a glider. I think there was also one with a chopper, right? One with a Textron Aviation Cessna 208B, sorry. And Java, that's really nice. Kiribati. This is with the helicopter, right? So you can fly over this nice island and you can see it looks pretty cool. And those are the discovery flights which they have added. Now the other activities are sometimes a little bit harder to figure out, right? Especially the landing challenges. And that's due to the fact that they sometimes reset that new view. It looks like they did it correctly now. So this one is new, the Nadi, the NFFN Nadi Fiji. That's in the famous category. Then if we go down to the epic ones, then they've got Busumane Airstrip in Papua New Guinea. That's a cool one, which they have added. And if we go to the Strong Wind, there we've got Palmyra Cooper, which has been added. And it looks like that they finally fixed that piece, right? Normally when you install in a world update, you would see still all the old ones, I would say, marked as new, and that's now being fixed, finally. Took some time, but it's there, right? Besides that, they have added the bush trips, right? So if we go to the bush trips, they also fixed the issue there where you previously you saw everything as new, but now you have Aloha Hawaii, you've got new Caledonia tour and a New Guinea challenge. So also 3 of them, so really cool and a lot of cool stuff. You can see that it finally, let's say, completed the install, right? From what I could check, but let me double check it again. There are no other updates, right? If you go to the content manager, in some cases, you need to check this one for updates available. In some cases, they have updated, for example, some airports, but it looks like that these airports, which they updated, were part of the main package. In that case, it's not required to install that additional add-on. So here ends the the video about world update number 13. Have fun flying over those nice islands and leave some comments on this video about what's your favorite spot in this new world update. Again, here ends this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.